It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Lions and the Bears, next on Madden Football.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome again, one and all. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Brandon Gaudin on hand alongside Charles Davis. And yes, the storyline here, the weather. Snow and more of it expected as this game continues. So how will that impact how this one goes?
Can these teams ignore the distraction and the strangeness of playing in a snow game? Because it actually affects the crowd as well. That big roar you get is often muffled when there's a snow game. And the second part, what's the footwear you got on? Does that fit the turf you're playing on? And how will it handle as things get a little bit slick?
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, the latest in a long line of NFL QBs from USC.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 71 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
He'll drop this one off to Swift. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Let's go.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Williams. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From the gun, here's Swift. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson.
And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
From the gun, here's Williams.
Over the middle, complete. That's more. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
Here we go.
They'll try it now with Swift. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So, Charles, they wanted 7 on that opening drive. They didn't want to settle for a field goal.
Felt like a tone setter. You know, that's what they were looking for, because a lot of teams, they'll march it downfield, and when they kick the field goal, it almost feels disappointing, doesn't it? You have a nice drive. I think this team decided, guess what? No matter what, we're going for the 6, trying to put those points on the board and set them back on their heels.
But unfortunately, that mentality did not work out. From the end zone, Goff.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And they work this out past the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, they were backed up to start the drive, but how about that aggressiveness? Firing it downfield right away. Nice job there, getting out towards what would have been their normal starting position.
Here we go, tonight.
Goff now looking to throw.
That's complete to Laporta.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
A man who was the Georgia State High School Player of the Year in 2020. Here's Jahmyr Gibbs.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
The numbers for Gibbs from last week.
20 carries, 113 yards, and a score.
Well, we know they clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. A shotgun snap for Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Now it's Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Out of the gun, Goff.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
From the gun, here's Goff. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Gibbs. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal. Gibbs again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Lions drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
He'll get this to the longtime Charger. It's Keenan Allen. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To the air, Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Looking to throw is Williams. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Out to his left. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Now Goff. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Another run for Gibbs here.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Here's Goff. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. To throw is Goff. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. That's to the tight end, Laporta. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Again, Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Tim Patrick, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now 14-0. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
To throw, it's Williams.
And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And a short gain there, so get it up only to about the 24. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions offense and Jared Goff set to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
The end result, 21 yards. Play action. It's Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll kick things off in the NFC when the Giants have traveled down south to take on Atlanta. And it's the home team who are out in front. The Giants trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, it's up to Highmark Stadium to check in on the Bills. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Keon Coleman, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. 3 touchdown passes there for Will Levis. In the first half, it was the Alabama man, Jahmyr Gibbs, who had it cooking. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The big story thus far has really been the snow. It's made footing treacherous. And if the forecast holds, it's only going to get worse. But I can tell you as a fan, these are the games you love to watch.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as you can see there, not only is he looking to secure a passing title, but he's also closing in on a 5,000-yard campaign.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And St. Brown going to have the Lions first down as he'll get this to the 44-yard line.
First down, Lions.
Counter play. Here's Gibbs. It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down. These two teams, they met at Ford Field earlier this season with the Lions winning that ball game. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago.
Goff now to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. He's got his target. That's complete. He's got room at the 30.
And all the way down to the 25-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Hand off now to Gibbs. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone. 2nd down and 6 now.
2 for 1. 2 for 1.
On the give, here's Gibbs. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll run it with Gibbs. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is now 24. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. This is Swift on the counter. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Off the bootleg, it's Williams. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he will have the Bears 1st down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 is always a tough call. Maybe a little too long to run for it, but not too long to hit him on the quick slant. And that was well executed. Found the window and zipped it right in there.
He's got the connection to Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go.
Swift going to try up the middle. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Here's Swift. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Here's Williams.
And he wisely will throw that one away. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, in the 4th quarter here, you've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped.
Here's the former Bear. This is David Montgomery.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down the game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Lions on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
They'll try the air now with Goff.
Oh, short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Goff now looks to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
And they'll get him down right around the 16. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. A shotgun snap for Goff.
That's complete to Laporta. And the Lions are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
And they have had problems getting the running game in gear as we look through some of their attempts from earlier. They have just not been able to match the physicality that this defense has shown, and their lack of success on the ground is a direct reflection of that.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Throwing is Williams. He'll drop this one off to Swift. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Here we go.
To throw, Williams.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Za'Darius Smith drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Lions will take over.
The visitors' offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. That is caught by Laporta.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Gibbs straight ahead.
Able to spin free. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
They'll go again with Gibbs to about the 26 here.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Lions,
they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0.
And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.